Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to my power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makach, double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well and teach well, being great example, shalom, brothers. Peace and blessings, so for like, we're willing to be a part of that number. I'm the brother Qadar from the GMS branch Chicago, coming back with another video. This video is going to be entitled, "The U.S. Troops Aren't Willing to Fight." Okay, the morale is down. Okay, at an all-time low. Okay, these people are clogging the toilets, jumping off ships, all right, to avoid battle. All right, that's not a telltale sign of this devil losing, all right, losing power. His grasp is being weakened. Okay, give me 1 second. And that's why I wanted to play this video too, man. I got two videos. One, by my man's. I think this dude name is Ethan Levins. This dude comes out with very good information. All right, going into those kites, man. Exposing the kites, exposing America. All right, everybody got their credible source. Give me 1 second. I know that. It's locking. All right, cool. But so let me play this video real quick, and we'll go to these scriptures. And the Lord will edify.
Themselves by jumping into the ocean. One soldier sends his wife, "This is lower than hell." Soldiers having to stockpile food because they're running out. This is another message. "Hi, honey, I'm eating cereal. Wish there was milk, though. Haven't had milk in 3 months." U.S. Congress had opened an investigation on conditions as sailors are attempting to jump overboard. Been at least 6 cases of sailors trying to jump and having to be grabbed and sent to mental hospitals. Now, this is the ship in the Middle East. It's been deployed since last September. We have broken a record for the longest deployment. These soldiers have not seen land in about 1 year. Even though the head says that all of this is simply fake news. Soldiers are jumping overboard. They're abandoning positions. They're not even being fed anymore. All of this in the aircraft carrier in the Middle East.
Right, you see? Hey, this place is done, bro. This place is finished. All right, Yahweh Shai has it slated for this place to fall, man. And as a matter of fact, I'll grab this in Job real quick, because Esau is only going to rule for so long, but his time of rulership is coming to an end, and we all can see it. All right, this Job 14 and verse 5. It says, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass." Okay. Hey, so this devil can't pass his bounds. There's a certain time for him to rule, and he's not going to rule 1 second past that. a quarter of a second past that. Once it's done, it's done. And we see this devil's kingdom falling. Okay, because what this war is doing is only going to weaken America. And the more it's drawn out, the more it's going to weaken America. Okay? The more you citizens are going to go through it. All right? So you niggas are suffering more and more. And Trump said that they said eventually they'll put boots on the ground. Hey, but once they do that, man, hey, once they send you niggas out to the quote unquote Middle East, you know, they sending you out there to die, man. All right, and guess who's gonna be coming to America? Those IDF soldiers. Even though you have some of them already here in the ICE agency, all right, they're gonna send more over. And them niggas are cruel, man. They get off in raping men, women, children, prisoners. Hey, those people are psychos, man. All right, they're gonna bring over those U.S. troops, not the U.S. troops, the UN troops, the United Nations troops, man. Them niggas really into that grape shit, man. All right, those UN troops have they are infamously known for doing that type of stuff. Okay, so this is all backfiring. This Jeremiah 51 and verse 27, it says, set ye up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her, call together against her the kingdoms of Arat, many Ashkenaz, appoint a captain against her, cause her horses to come up as the rough caterpillars, prepare against her the nations with the king of the Medes, Salakia, the captain thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominions. Okay? So I'm going to keep reading. It says, and the land shall tremble in sorrow. Fuck, Salakia. This shit's annoying. It says, and the land shall tremble in sorrow for every place. So like every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabitant. So it's prophesied that this place is going to be destroyed. It's going to be decimated. All right, so like not decimated, that goes to 10, but desecrated by the missiles. All right, 200,000, thousands. The scripture talks about that, man. All right, and this is the starting process of that. This place is done, man. Okay, it says, I'm gonna read because the Lord's will is to have this place utterly desolate. All right, this verse 30. It says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might have failed. They become as women. They have burnt their dwelling places. Her bars are broken. It says the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight, meaning to refuse. These niggas don't got the courage for that. The morale of the Americans is low as fuck right now, man. All right, that propaganda doesn't work from fucking 20, 30, 50 years ago. That shit doesn't work. Everyone realizes that America is the most evil country in the world, alongside their pimps, man. Those gutter rats, those 1948ers. All right, the wearers of the smaller hats. Okay, so you can't trick them anymore. That's why they so mad at Jay Rockefeller's like, man, we got to get rid of this social media, man. We regret making that shit because it's backfiring against these devils. They're being exposed. Okay. Two of these people, they joined the military to get a fucking new car, to pay for college, to pay for their children's college, you know, to get a house for their family. So they're not even they're what's the proper word for this? Their reasoning isn't even for, you know, like quote unquote fighting for the nations or protecting them against terror, so to say. You know, if you catch my drift. Okay? The morale of the American army is low as fuck. Okay? And then y'all feeding these niggas bullshit. All right? The typical American eats bullshit, man. They are much weaker compared to people around the world. Okay? And there was a video of back when the U.S. was still in Iraq. All right? And they were you know, you had ally Afghanistan soldiers, all right, and they would get into wrestling matches with the U.S. soldiers. They'd be beating the shit out of them, you know. They'll be whooping them, man. Fading them up. You know? So these people are weaker compared to these other nations because all they eat is bullshit. All right? The food, the water, the air. Okay? The things you take in. Subconsciously, man, it's all bullshit, man. All right, I think there's actually an Amalek right next to me. Amalekite right next to me, man. Seen that long ass nose, man. All right, it says the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. All right, they have remained in their holds. Their might have failed. Okay, hey, they not the big bad bully no more. They can't just hammer their way through everything, man. You know. It says their might have failed. They became as women. They have burnt their dwelling places. Her bars are broken. Okay, they become as women. They don't have that courage. They become cowardice. Okay. Hey, the Iranians just put. They say, I believe what they say, 40,000, 30,000 per the head of a soldier. 30,000 per soldier if it's a man. You know, and if a woman does it, they pay her double. Okay, they say they're banned from that area. Hey, so this thing is popping, man. We're in those times. You can't tell me otherwise. Okay, we're in the best time ever right now. Okay, because the prophecies are moving. Okay, how about Shemal Shai is stirring up the dragons of Arabia? As a matter of fact, let me grab that. Second Ezra 15. All right, hold on a second. Let me bend through this traffic. Second Ezra 15 in verse 29. It says, I'll start at 28. It says, behold, an horrible vision and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and a multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. And Arabia means mixture, you know. So that's Elam, Ishmael. All right, all those people over there in the quote unquote Middle East, because one thing they have in common is they're all into Islam, you know. And a brother had said this, man, but they said America made the Muslim, I believe it was the Elder Makama. He said America made the Muslim world unite. You know? Hey, that's heavy, man. Because hey, that's the dragon of Arabia. Okay, the scripture talks about how Ishmael is a wild man. Okay, and it describes Elam as a boar, a wild boar. Hey, a wild boar is one of the most dangerous animals. All right, weighing 300 to 500 pounds. All right, with thick tusk. All right, thick fur, thick loose fur. Okay, ultra aggressive. Hey, they catch a lot of bodies every year, man. Okay, they catch a lot of bodies every year, man. But wild boars, a lot of people die trying to catch wild boars. Unpredictable. All right, enduring. You know. Hey, how about Shemal Shai is raising up the is rousing up their spirits. Okay. Let me read verse 30. Give me 1 second. It's verse 30. It says, also the Carmanians raging in wrath, going into the Elamites. All right, the Iranians. All right, formerly called the Persians. All right, it says, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come, and join battle with them. Okay, 1 second. All right, it says, and shall join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. All right, so the Lord is stirring up all of them. All right, the Ishmaelites, the Elamites. All right, it says, and then shall the dragons have the upper hands, remembering their nature, remembering their wild nature. All right, it says, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. So the Lord is rousing up their spirits to join battle against America. All right, and who is gonna be their guard? All right, because once they put boots on the ground, all right, because hey, that's gonna be that, man. All right, so we in some very good times right now. This Ezekiel 38. I'm gonna get straight to the point. I'm driving. Ezekiel 38 and verse. I'll start at when I just read verse 7. It says, "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against them." It says, verse 3, "And thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, and chief prince of Meshach and Tubal." All right, going into Russia. All right. All right, Gog of Magog. It says, verse 4, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thy army, horses, and horsemen, all of them clothed with sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords." That's that warlike nature the Lord is putting on these Russians. All right, that he has on these Russians right now. Okay. Hey, because when the USSR, was it the USSR? When they fell, all right, yeah, it was called the USSR. You know, the Soviet Union, when they fell, all right, they were in a, even though you had things like the Cold War and stuff like that, but they weren't in this type of spirit that they're in right now. All right, CA, they're a protection right now to Iran. They're supplying those weapons right now. All right, look at what they're doing to Ukraine. And Ukraine is getting involved in this too, because they send missiles to Iran as well, which we know those are all Amalekites. Okay, those are all Amalekites, man. It says Persia. All right, that's Iran. All right, formerly called Persia. Ethiopia and Libya with them. All of them with shield and helmet, right, preparing for battle. Okay, why else are you wearing a shield and helmet? You know, somebody who rides a motorcycle, why else would they put on a helmet? You know, to protect themselves. If a soldier puts on a helmet, hey, he about to go to war. All right, so they're getting those weapons ready. Okay, Russia is supplying them. Russia, China is supplying them with different weapons. Iran with different weapons, man. All right, you see all those drones that they buy. All right, that fucked up the bases of the U.S., fucked up their ships. It was too fast, too nimble. Okay, it says Gomer and all his bands, and the house of Togomar of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So Russia is going to be a guard unto these nations. All right, and we're in these times right now. We're watching it happen. We're watching it play out. All right, that's the beautiful thing about it. We're watching it all play out, man. So call Allah Yahweh Shemel Shah. You know, when Amalek mentioned that nigga Bibi, that nigga mentioned that they want Turkey next. You know, which those Turkish people are just Muslim Amalekites, but even them, they're going to turn against America. They're going to turn against those wearers of the smaller hats. Okay, so we in some beautiful times. I can keep your head up. We almost the fuck up out of here. All right, and Lord willing, His left is edifying and exhorting too. Okay, to continue to fight. You know, we have a duty to do. All right, hey, the Lord said unto this city be wasted and not inhabited. So call Allah Yahweh Shema Shai Bashim Kakudash. Double honors to the apostle of his great millstone. Lord willing, His left is edifying. Shalom, Kamesh Sharala, and Abab above.